the books, can't escape from the cold morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the mother. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Tuesday, July 29th. We've got Major League Baseball on tap today and WNBA as well. We just watched the Lionesses celebrate their their European Championship. Pretty spectacular, big party, that's what it was, with the Lionesses there. What a final they had, and they celebrated it with a big parade here. Just finished up moments ago with some dancing, some singing, some rapping on stage, and had a fun time watching that while preparing for the show this morning. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam off of our sports betting day yesterday. One point of clarification to start the show. I want to apologize to subscribers yesterday of my premium picks here on the Sports Money Network. I did not send it out to the proper channels. Didn't click the right button. So appreciate everyone who did end up finding the picks and paying for them. And I will put I'll put a couple extra days on everybody's subscriptions there for that. I blew that one, especially when I had a 4-in-1 day on those picks. So really apologize for that. Hopefully the picks over the weekend kind of made up for that too, for everyone on free pick weekend with me there. So really apologize, man. Really blew it there with that. And I know some of you ended up getting those picks, but had to pay extra for them, buying the picks a la carte, I guess is the way to best describe it. So apologies there, and I'll make sure that doesn't happen for sure during football season. Hey, I'll make sure it happens if I go 1-4. I don't want to happen when it goes 4-1. So I'll touch on just so you know what I was on there, but won't celebrate too much with any of the picks there from yesterday. All right. Hello to everyone in the chat. Let's say hello to the folks here and see who's going to join me here today. And hey, remember your comments count. You can get those subscriptions, those free subscriptions there if you subscribe to the picks there. So apologies, but just to make it clear. And you can get those picks over at winnable.com/Ramon. Pick them up over there with me and get those plays for every day. And that's how it works here on the Sports Money Network. That's how you support me here on the channel. I'm always going to come on and give you these free picks. It's kind of that's how you do it. I mean, you give out free picks, you show people you can pick some winners, and then hopefully you get some subscribers too. And we do have a lot of subscribers, so apologies. We did bring home some free winners overnight in Korea there with the Dinos. We had the Dinos overnight. We had also on those overnight picks, we had let me get these, make sure I get these straight. We did have LG Twins to rock KT Wiz. I think that came home there in a blowout. Yep. And we had that over in the Dinos game. That's what it was. It just went final. Hopefully you got the best price there. I know some of the books ended up at 10, final score 6-4 there. That one just finished a short time ago. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Okay, let me also cover here a few things and get started with the show by saying hello to the folks in the chat. But make sure you can subscribe to the picks over there at winnable.com/Ramon. That's how it works here to support me on the show. And we'll have some promotions here running this week with the Sports Betting Brothers too on that Winnable. We'll have some football advanced sales and make some discounts and stuff. We want everyone signed up through football season, so use the promo code STEAM and save 20%, or use the promo code WINNER if you win the drawing here at the end of the show. And you can get in the drawing by just making a comment in the chat as a member of the Chat All-Stars. All right, let's say hello to the folks. We know we got a big baseball card, including a doubleheader, one early game this morning. It's because it's a day-night doubleheader today with Toronto and Baltimore. They're making up a game there. Shouldn't I would say, well, I guess not. I mean, it was scheduled as an individual game. I was going to say though, hey, you can't schedule a day-night doubleheader if it's several weeks in advance. You should have to play a you should have to pay play a real doubleheader right back to back and let all the fans in, but that's okay. Let's say hello to the folks in the chat. Hello and thank you for joining me this morning. Chat All-Stars. Here's Dave. He's first up today. He's talking baseball with the Padres. Irish King is here today. Dave's happy about his Padres today. Cash Cane. He's here in the chat, ready to go. Dave also talking about that tragedy there with that shooter. I mean, he wasn't an NFL player. I don't know what this football was doing, but played his high school ball there in California. I didn't see it. He had 14 touchdowns there and whatever, but can't blame the NFL if you're just some high school guy. Nuke, hello there. Andrew K is here today. Everyone like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money here on YouTube. Robert's here today. Nuke, what's he saying here? Tampa Bay can play at home, and maybe they'll kick it into gear here and get a home playoff game. Zachary Hatton is here today as well. Jimmy, good morning. Hello. And there he goes. There. He had a 4-1 day. And let's see here. Good morning to Fernando today. We have that interesting today, that soccer tournament here today, that little soccer tournament with the MLS taking on the Mexican League. So, look, I know that I don't know if Gorky's watching. He says that the Liga MX is still better than Major League Soccer. Maybe, but why are they paying the U.S. players more, and why are the young Mexican players starting to choose Major League Soccer over Liga MX? That would be my question here. So we'll see as they get a little tournament underway with Liga MX and Major League Soccer tonight. It should be a little interesting format there as they have a little tournament. Major League Soccer teams will take on Liga MX teams. So, okay, it's going to be the Leagues Cup here and featuring the matches of Liga MX and MLS. And we do have some confirmed matches tonight. And I think it's on Apple TV. And also some of them will be on the Hispanic channels as well. All right. Talk about that. We'll have some picks going out for sure. There's tennis this morning as well from Toronto and Montreal, the men and the women in their high-level event north of the border. All right, let's get into a little bit of recap here real quick. Damon Waring, hello, thank you. The action here yesterday, and just recap some of the scores from the important games in Major League Baseball yesterday with those picks too. I'll just recap them real quick. But Arizona and Detroit game under. We did have the winner here on the morning steam in the Detroit win there yesterday by the score of 5-1 in that one, as the Tigers did beat Arizona there yesterday behind Ibanez, the home run, and Detroit able to win for just the third time in 15 games. Also, winner here on the morning steam with Tampa Bay and the Yankees game to go under there yesterday with Rasmussen and Schlittler. Caminero, 2-run home run there in that one for the Rays. Hopefully you're able to catch me over there on the Cover the Spread show yesterday where I said go under in the game between the Dodgers and the Reds there yesterday as Dodgers beat the Reds there in that one 5-2. LA just 6-13 their last 3 weeks, but Ohtani had a double. Teoscar 2 RBIs for LA. And they'll call up Alex Freeland here. Max Muncy's moving closer to a return. And the Dodgers will go to a 6-man rotation this weekend, give some extra rest for those starters. All right, winner here on the show yesterday with the Milwaukee Brewers. They came back big time against the Cubs. Yelich, 2-run home run, RBI double there in that one. Mazeroski, the starter. We had a winner here on the show with Minnesota yesterday with Woods Richardson there on the mound, and the Twins got the win over Boston there yesterday as Bregman had that big 3-run home run, but it was Woods Richardson there. And it did go under there for most. Some of you may have gotten a push. That was my premium pick, was on the under, and apologies again for the slip up there. We had a winner on the premium picks also, just to let you know, just clean it up a little bit with Miami and St. Louis game to go under yesterday with Palante against Cabrera, and the Cardinals did dump the Marlins there for sure in a 7-1 victory for St. Louis as Burleson hit a home run. We had a winner on the show, Washington and Houston game to go under. Hey, Lord didn't get any strikeouts, but like I said, I didn't get that strikeout prop, not even close. But I think I don't want to say point proven, but Lord did pitch pretty well, obviously, in that game. Riley Adams had the home run for the Nationals there in that one, as Washington was able to get the 2-1 win on the road. We did have a Washington run line as our premium. Apologies again. Texas and LA, we did have the premium pick on the over there in that one in a 6-4. Angels victory there. Kevin Newman, a 3-run home run. Renifo, home run. Taylor Ward, home run. In that one for Kohanowicz, got recalled and pitched pretty well in that one. And looks like the Angels certainly playing a little bit better here right now. We had a winner on the show with the Padres last night. Dylan Cease got hit in the head with that ball, that grounder, but he came back, and Padres got the win there yesterday as Tatis had that game home run saving catch. Vientos hit that grand slam off of Cease, but the Padres came back to win there. Arise at the home run off the foul pole, and Diaz had the RBI single in the bottom of the ninth for the win. That just their Padres have the worst, I think, the worst catching in the game there, according to the WAR, I think. But Diaz came through there yesterday. Padres had 14 hits, and I couldn't get anything going at night. All right, we did have winner in the WNBA, a premium pick winner, high roller over at Tony's Picks, as I had the Liberty and Dallas game to go over yesterday, and it did in a 92-82 win for Dallas. We did have Dallas here on the show yesterday, plus the points, but they won it outright against New York, minus Stewie there yesterday, and another big game for Paige Buckets. 20 points again. She did it again. Another 20-point game for Paige Buckets there. All right, those were the winners for me yesterday, and hopefully you had some too. We'll talk about the W. But before we get going, I want to thank the chat members once again, and I'm going to read off the standings here and who's leading early. for the chat. Here we go. We've got Big Scott. He's ready to go here today. And Fernando says he's got Toluca there, making it to the semis. I think he's saying, I don't know if he's saying that as a whole, the salaries in the Mexican League. Well, I'm not going to bother about it here. Let's see. Fernando's happy with Mizorowski there, I think yesterday is what he's saying. NYC Bar here. Good morning, Jimmy. Hello to Jimmy in the chat. And Zach Hatton says we still don't know who's going to pitch for the Jays here in that early game today. Could it be Fisher today? I'll try to piece it together here in just a moment. I do know for the Orioles, I think we're supposed to get Morton and Martin. I'm not kidding. I think we're supposed to get Morton then Martin there today. So yeah, a little sketchy there on the pitching with the doubleheader today. All right. Yeah, we also came through the free pick overnight. You called against Yokohama overnight action there. I thought actually the game was 5-1. That's what it was. We took him on the run line, but could have taken him on the money line. Okay. Thanks, everybody. And Nuke's got it coming down the wire here. It'll be a bullpen game, obviously, there for the Jays. All right. All right. And I'll cover a few more headlines and we'll get rolling here on the show. But who are the top chatters currently in the chat? Dave Dickens, you're number one currently. Zach Hatton, number two. Fernando, number three. Nuke, number four. Irish King, number five. NYC Bar, Andrew K., Cash Kane, Robert McCormick, and, of course, in there as well is Big Scott. All right, and I think that might be doing it for the major headlines here. We heard about the confrontation between Bryce Harper and the commissioner there. Harper getting in his face, using a lot of profanities when talking about the salary cap. It's not professional, that's for sure. It's certainly going to be heated because of these, the players' unions had their problems certainly with some of the things that baseball has done, but they'll stand behind our man, Tony Clark. They're the most powerful man in baseball there, as Castellanos had to kind of break him up, and Harper told him to get the F out of the clubhouse there. So we'll see, but the players are pretty furious right now, with Manfred's power here maybe. Hey, bummer news with Ryan Sandberg. We knew he wasn't doing too well there. He kind of said that cancer would return. We lost Rhino yesterday, the legendary Cub. Man, he really was something there in the early 80s. Man, Rhino, a fan favorite for sure. It didn't matter what team you supported. A lot of people liked Ryan Sandberg for his great play and great stats, 10-time All-Star, and that cancer came back and took the great Ryan Sandberg. So that was a bummer there for sure to hear that yesterday. Hey, a trade. Chris Paddock was supposed to start today for Minnesota, but he was dealt there. We also saw Danny Jansen get traded to the Milwaukee Brewers there, I think it was, right? So let's see. I think that might be it for the headlines, and let's get on with the show here, shall we? Appreciate everyone joining me here today. Let's preview Major League Baseball and see what we've got. Thanks to everybody. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get started here. And yeah, let me make sure I get these pictures right here right now and see what we've got here. I want to try to correct this now after I see this info here from Nuke. And yeah. All right, I'll just fire it up here with what I'm showing anyway, and I don't want to be wrong here. Nuke's got the info. I just can't find it right now, and I'm going with what the line services is providing me, but don't want to doubt Nuke here, that info. Like I said, probably just a bullpen game for sure here for Toronto in this first one. And they'll run some other pitchers out there, I'm sure. And I want to get the line right because the Orioles, I believe, are actually the favorite here in game one. That total also is going pretty high here right now. Here we go. I'm going to pop it up here and see what we've got. All right, I'm trying to correct it here and see if I can get the pitching squared away. I don't know if I can get that confirmation here. Do certainly trust Nuke there, the Jays representative there. Thank you there, Nuke. Appreciate that. I just don't think I've got it quite right here right now. Let me see if I can't track it down. And this one goes off at 12:35 Eastern Time, 9:35 Pacific. I do think Morton here is the starter for the Orioles here. All right. Yeah. Let me just get to the action here anyway, and cover it as best I can here. Might have some guys in the chat that can cover it a little better than me here at this point as we get underway here with the show with the Blue Jays and the Orioles in game one of a doubleheader here. They did have a postponement earlier in the season, and one of the games, I don't think they tried to play at that time. I think they just said we're going to do it on July 29th. I think we even broke it here a little bit on that day. So, all right, here we go. Now I'm trying. I want to confirm this. Dave's on the Orioles, NYC bar on the Blue Jays. Good job, you guys. Glad you guys got it down here a little bit. All right. I'm still working on it here. But we've only got 16 games. You think I'd be a little bit ready. So, yeah, doesn't look like we got an official announcement there just yet. So, after all, it is a doubleheader. So, Orioles here for Jimmy here in this one. All right. No, but yeah, but the Blue Jays have Easton Luke. The taxi squad's been called up, so this is what you got. Easton Lucas in there. Lazaro Estrada's in there. Paxton Schultz is in there, all in the taxi squad here today. So maybe there will be unlikely any players that will be activated. I think all three will factor in Tuesday's doubleheader, and I think Lauer gets the start in the nightcap here today. So the Blue Jays are still finalizing their plans, and we'll just have to see how they go. So I know you guys are coming in with the plays. Really appreciate that. All right. For me, I'll just give out the notes is what I'll do. All right. For the Blue Jays here, they come in having won 19 of their last 25 games here right now. Toronto's been pretty terrific. No problem with a little bump in the road here. Can't win baseball, but Toronto has actually lost for their last 5 games in Baltimore. Coming into this one, 8 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams have gone over, including 6 of the last 7 games in Baltimore. Baltimore's won 4 of their last 5 coming in, and 6 of their last 9 games at home in this one, and 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here have gone over when playing in Baltimore. So maybe we could go off of that at least here. We know that, definitely a bullpen game. And we know that, right now, as far as the Toronto bullpen is concerned, I'd say they're doing a pretty darn good job. I mean, they're certainly in the top 10 currently in ERA coming in here. And hey, if we get Morton, there's no doubt Morton is pitching pretty well here. But still, the way you look at it, man, the Orioles are still crummy. Pardon me. The Orioles are still pretty bad, right, as far as their record is concerned, and yet you want to make them a favorite here in this game. That is a little bit puzzling and troubling at the same time here. So I don't know if I would trust even at $1.35 right now. I mean, look, Morton has been doing a decent job. Still 5.48 ERA, 1.54 whip, and not great numbers here for Morton. I don't care who's pitching for Toronto. I might want to take him as an underdog in this game, in game one. So I would trust maybe the Toronto bullpen here in this one. All right. Anyways, man, I want to do that now. I want to take them here, and I'm gonna take them. Give me Toronto here. This one as a dog. I just to prove a point. I don't care who's pitching. $1.35. Hey, I can respect that a little bit. So Nuke says no Springer in this one after taking a ball to the noggin there last night. So he'll possibly be out of this one with that head injury there as he left the game. We know that for sure. So also we saw Orioles pitcher Felix Bautista. He's out with a shoulder injury here right now. I think that was down within the last couple of day or two or so. We got that news as well. So all right, I'm taking them. I'm taking Baltimore. I'm taking Toronto here at plus money. That's what I'm going to do. Just to prove a point. Now, we don't usually do it because it's a doubleheader, but it is the next game in the rotation and the next game up. So let's pop up there what we might be expecting here in game 2 of the doubleheader, where actually Toronto is currently listed as the favorite in game 2. Maybe $1.20 or so here. Now, this one even seems sketchier than the first, right? Because not only is it a doubleheader, but you do have the Orioles favored in this one. I have Povich there listed there. It's Martin. I'm pretty sure it's Martin. Let me fix that too. Like I said, they're going with Morton, and then they're going with Martin, as far as I can tell, in the doubleheader today. We'll still make a pick here, but again, with game 2 of the doubleheader, yeah, we want to see game 2 or game 1 first, and then make a pick a little bit later. But just to let everyone know, but there is a second game of the doubleheader today here between the Jays and the Orioles, and certainly an important doubleheader for Toronto here. Currently, the standings, Toronto, a 5.5 game lead here currently coming into this one. So I almost want to go the other way here with the Blue Jays favor. Now, maybe definitely a little bit more stable pitching here for Toronto in this one, is that maybe if they end up with Lauer going here, that would be a little bit more sound than Baltimore trying to piece together this doubleheader as well today. All right. So, on a doubleheader, I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to grab Baltimore. Here's what I'll do in this one. I'll just take a split of the doubleheader today. A little bit sketchy for me, I think, but okay. Blue Jays maybe in game 2, NYC Bar. Blue Jays both games. Robert says they'll go with that too. So Blue Jays can remain hot here. Now, granted, Baltimore did smash Bassett there yesterday for sure with Zach Eflin on the mound, and they got that win there yesterday in that one. Okay, well, just have to make do here with that. Okay, let's get into the game. Let's get into the rest of them here right now and start with the Rockies, and they're taking on the Guardians here in this one. You've got Gordon here going for Colorado. 4 starts, a 3.13 ERA, 1.3 whip, 270 batting average against here for Gordon. For Logan Allen here, he's 6-9, 4.16 ERA, 258 batting average against, and a 292 BABIP. Here in this one, it feels like, hey, Guardians, you'd think they'd be able to handle their business here in this one, but still a pretty big favorite, of course. A 230, 240 or so, the total, 9 under 20 here in this one. We saw yesterday, obviously, there, the Guardians were not looking that great there against Cleveland, against Colorado. Colorado got the win on the road, 8-6 there yesterday, for a little bit of a surprise for sure. But let's take a look at what's up with these guys right now, because Cleveland, they have lost 4 of their last 5 games overall, but they have won 12 of their last 18 over the last few weeks, so playing still pretty well. Cleveland is just 5-10 in their last 15 games at home. They've also lost 4 of their last 5 games at home against Colorado here, believe it or not. And for Colorado here, they've won 4 of their last 6 games overall. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams here in Cleveland have gone under. So you have a play here with Colorado and Cleveland here today. Go to the chat in this one and see what you have. I'm on the under here in this one between Colorado and Cleveland. Let's go to the chat and see how you guys are going to play it. Here is Robert on the Rockies. Nuke says it will be Lauer in that second game for the Jays. Irish King says Cleveland first 3 or first 5. Cash Kane likes the Rockies here, plus 2.5, just to get a little extra there today. And Dave likes the Rockies to upset them here. Nuke says Lauer's been pretty solid here of late. Jimmy's on the Rockies here, plus 1.5, and Nuke's got to wait for that for sure. Goop says go under, NYC goes under, and I've got the under in this one. Next up, the Diamondbacks are taking on the Tigers. You got Brandon Pfaadt here going for the Diamondbacks, and Casey Mize for the Tigers. Mize was pushed back for this start. We know the Tigers are doing a little wheeling and dealing and fixing it up and trying to be ready for trying to get back to be the Tigers here at this point with their recent struggles here for sure. Still have Detroit favored in this game, $1.35, $1.40, 8.5 over 15 here with Brandon Pfaadt. Comes in 10-6 with a 4.76 ERA, 1.26 whip, 262 batting average against. We make fun of Pfaadt a little bit, but he is 10-6 for an Arizona team that is under 500. For Casey Mize, he's 9-4 with a 3.4 ERA. A lot of people kind of, don't give Mize maybe the credit he's deserved this season. He does have a 308 BABIP and 1.28 whip in this one. And let's see if you have anything here with Detroit today on the at home taking on the D-backs. For Arizona here, they have lost 6 of their last 7 games overall. They've lost 6 of their last 8 on the road. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5 games when playing the Tigers. Arizona's gone under in 5 straight. Tigers come in having lost 12 of their last 15. They've lost 7 of their last 9. At home, they've gone over in 6 of their last 9 games at home right now. So, hey, Fott keeps you in there. I know that. And, man, I almost want to give him a chance here in this one, but I'll see what the chat has to say with these two. I'm just going to take the over in this one with Arizona and Detroit here on the morning steam. I want to take over 8.5 with these two. Let's go to the chat and see what you have in this one. Robert's on the Diamondbacks here. I failed with the Diamondbacks yesterday, so maybe I'm a little gun shy here today. Irish Kings on Arizona. Nuke says Cleveland's faltered here now, and they're falling back. Goops likes Spot to go over in his K's, it looks like. Here's Cash Kane. He's on the Diamondbacks run line. NYC Bars with me. Take the over. Nuke says run line for the Tigers today. And lay it and get that plus money. Goop says the Diamondbacks are pretty much done. Yeah, I still was trying to find my way to Arizona, and I probably will again today. But I'll take the over here. I'll try to get the win on the show. Twisted says he's got Kansas City money line, Milwaukee money line, Angels money line, and Seattle money line. Thank you, Twisted, for that parlay today. And Dave likes the Arizona game to go under here. The Rays have taken on the Yankees here. Well, you do have Boyle here going for the Rays against Max Fried. Well, this sounds like a mismatch anyway. We know the Rays here could, pulling off an upset here or there. They were able to get it done there yesterday. Obviously, with Rasmussen, could be a different story with Max Fried here going. And it's definitely down to at least a 210, I would say. I don't know if it's much lower than that right now, but maybe that's a little bit of a move. I know the widely reported steam did come in on the over here in this game, but I still show it right now shaded to the under here, actually. The sharp books are actually shaded slightly to the over, but most of the books are 8.5 under, 15 or 20 right now. So, a little bit of conflict of move there, if I can say so. For Boyle here, he's got 1 start. He's a bit of an opener. He's pitched just 5 games. He's got a 1.42 ERA, but feels like a bullpen game here for Tampa Bay today. No problem. You got a Tampa Bay bullpen that, they're not great, but they're middle of the pack. For the Yankees here, this is not a bullpen game. This is a Max Fried game. So let's see how the teams shape up. With Joe Boyle here going up against Max Fried. The Yankees have lost 4 of their last 5 games coming in. They've lost 5 of their last 6 at home. They couldn't get it going without their big slugger in there yesterday. Yankees have actually lost 4 of the last 6 games overall against the Rays. They've also lost 5 of 7 games at home to the Rays coming in. The Yankees have gone over in 17 of their last 24 games overall, although Tampa Bay has gone under in 5 straight on the road and 5 of their last 6 overall. Tampa Bay just 1-4 in their last 5 games overall. So 2 teams that are allergic to winning here over the last week or so, but someone's got to win here in this one. And what do you guys have here? Is it just too much Max here that even though Judge is out, the Rays won yesterday, Does that mean that they're going to get it today? Can the Yankees do it with Fried? Is Fried enough in this game? Let's go to the chat. I don't know if he is the way this is going. It feels like this is where the Rays kind of excel a little bit, if you know what I mean. Let's go to the chat here, though. In this one, see what you got. All right, here comes some great plays here. NYC Bar, Yankees money line. Cash Cane, Yankees first 5. Zach likes the under here. Nuke says that Yankee line going down here at minus, I think he means minus 190, but we know what you mean there, Nuke. Dave likes Yankees on the money line. Jimmy likes the under in this one. Robert says, take the Rays. Nasty Nate says the Yankees do not have a pleasant smell. Irish King says he's got an offer there, a book offer. Detroit money line, Cleveland money line, New York Yankees money line. And what I would do is I would actually add up the prices, go to one of those odds converters, see what the price is on a true 3-team parlay, and if the book is offering a better price, I would always take that. Yankees, Tampa Bay money lines for Nuke here today. I kind of want to play it too. Goops is on the Rays here in this one. And look, Fried is struggling here for sure, says Andrew. He's not been the Fried of late. Those starts, last few starts, he has struggled. Now, to be fair, he has faced Tampa Bay twice this season, 14 2/3 innings with 3 hits allowed and no earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and 4 walks. But he has dominated this Tampa Bay lineup, that's for sure. So give me the under here in this one with Tampa Bay and the Yankees today. All right, the Dodgers are on the road, and it's Tyler Glasnow on the mound here. Glasnow, how about that? So a little bit of news here for sure for Glasnow here making the start. Glasnow so far now just 8 starts this season. He's 1-1 with a 2.75 ERA, 164 batting average against, 208 whip. It's going up against Lodolo here, 8-6 with a 3.08 ERA, 103 whip, 226 batting average against. So good numbers for Lodolo. All right, these two pitchers are combined 9-19 to the under so far this season. Right now, the Dodgers are favored at $1.50 in the total, 9 under 15 or so in this one. But look, Lodolo's done a pretty nice job. Yeah, the Dodgers, they're not bad against lefties, right? I guess that's probably the point here. But they are just 15-15. I know the overall stats are better than that record, I guess. The hitting stats are better than that record. I mean, the Dodgers are 16 games over 500. So to be only a 500 team against left-handers, I don't know if that is success against left-handers. To me, that does not seem like success if you are above 500 like that and only a 500 team against lefties. Let's see what you guys have on this one. With the Dodgers and the Reds, we know the Dodgers are having their own set of issues here. They've lost 13 of their last 19 overall. They've won 4 of their last 6 on the road. Dodgers are 15-8 in the last 23 against Cincinnati, but they're just 2-7 on the road against the Reds here of late in Cincinnati. And we saw yesterday, though, the Dodgers were able to get it done behind Yamamoto 5-2 as they were able to beat Chase Burns in that one. So sometimes the Dodgers, obviously that 15-8 record against the Reds does stand out. The Reds, though, still playing pretty hot. They've won 4 of their last 5 at least. They've won 5 of their last 6 games at home. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two have gone under. The Reds have gone under in 5 straight. Dodgers have gone under in 5 straight. Under, boom, boom. All right, let's see what you have it today. Yesterday's game was under as well, of course. So let's go to the chat and see what you've got here. The Reds taking on the Dodgers today. And let's see here. Robert's on the Red on the money line. Irish Kings on the Reds. NYC Bar, Dodgers run line. Cash Kane likes the under here. And Zach going under here with this one. Dave likes the under as well with the Dodgers and the Reds. So the numbers, the stats, right, does feel like these two guys are kind of underish, huh? Are we going to take more totals here today? You know me. I love a good total. And, with the Dodgers, maybe with the Dodgers, a favorite here. Man, I'll probably go with the under, I guess. I kind of want to play these Reds, but they didn't have the offense there yesterday. I know Yamamoto was good, but man, Glasnow looks to be in a bit of a groove here. Lodolo's pitching well. I'm going to take the under again. Yes, I'm going to do it. I like that suggestion, Zach Hatton. Hey, we can't be afraid to take these unders. I know I took it on the well, look, I touted yesterday, right? I said, well, looks like an under day for me. We had that Detroit under. We had that Tampa under. We had the Dodger game under yesterday on another show, but it was still an under. We did get beat on the high roller game, Philadelphia and White Sox. We went under. It was 8. It finished 8. But we had Washington, Houston under. So I thought some of the unders came through, but it really was more of a 50-50. It was not necessarily a winning day. So, okay, winning day with those unders anyway. Like I said, the sports money premiums, I just blew it. If you missed it, apologies to anybody, any of the subscribers who didn't get the sports money premiums. I just sent it. I did not click the right button and didn't get it out to. So everyone, I'll tack on an extra couple of days there to the subscriptions. My bad. All right. And I know Lodolo, look at these last 2 starts. I mean, not, he's just in his regular rotation, no doubt about it. But let me see here. He pitched, let's see. He went 9. He went a complete game last game, right? Complete game there. He also went 7 innings in the game before that. So he's coming off strong. I mean, he's practically winning every game too, right? Here, Lodolo doing a nice job. So, all right. I think that's it from you guys on that one. Let's go to the big one here, Cubs and Brewers. And we saw there in game 1, Milwaukee get that big win in game 1. So currently Milwaukee has surged to the lead by 1 game here currently over the Cubs. And they got Quinn Priester going here in this one for the Brewers. They are favored here, $1.15, $1.20 or so, 8.5 over at minus 115. For Priester here, he comes in with a 3.28 ERA and a 9-2 record. Man, these Brewers are tough to beat. Priester, 3.28 ERA, 230 batting average against, 1.2 WHIP. Colin Ray gives you a solid effort. He's 8-4. Cubs are 12-5 with Colin Ray on the mound, 4.06 ERA, 1.26 WHIP. Batting average against of 260. So good, pretty decent pitching matchup here for sure with these two in a very, very important game. The Brewers just keep on ticking, it feels like right now. They've won 14 of their last 17 overall, 8 of their last 10 games at home. Brewers have gone over in 5 of their last 7 at home. However, 6 of the last 9 between these two have gone under. Milwaukee's won 6 of the last 9 at home against the Cubs. Cubs come in having won 4 of their last 6 games on the road. Cubs have gone over in 4 of their last 5 coming into this one. Could this be another under today for me? Following yesterday's game, we went with the under yesterday, but it did sneak over there for sure. And let's see how you guys have it here in this one between the Cubs and the Brewers here. And here we go. Maybe NYC Bar's on the over here. Cash King could be on the over as well, it looks like. Here's Brewers on the money line for Kane. And Fernando's fired up about his Brewers. Brewers run line here for Jimmy. And I'm glad we took the Brewers yesterday because here's Milwaukee, first 5 for Irish King. Dave likes the game to go over today. All right. I'm on the Brewers here in this one. My algorithm is telling me to take the Cubs, but I'm going to, boom, put the veto down on this one. I've got the Brewers in this game. I know that I think the Sharps, for the most part, are the winning bettors, if you will. I think they're kind of on the Cubs again, but I was pretty happy about the Brewers. Fernando says there was some steam. Let me go to the prices here on that. You're right, Fernando. I'm showing the Brewers. Let me fix that. If I'm going to pick the Brewers, I better put out the right line. Brewers are up to at least $1.25, maybe even $1.30 here in some spots right now. Thanks, Fernando. Yep, got to get these right lines out there. We've seen that move for sure there on the Brewers. Okay. Next up, Zach says Brewers there. Next up, we've got the Red Sox taking on the Twins. That's wrong. Woods Richardson was yesterday, right? The Twins here, we got basically a new pitcher going here in this one for the Twins today. Let me tell you about him. For the Twins is pitching. Pearson here is going in this one. Drafted in 2021. I think he played at Grand Canyon U. Their brother Carson Ole, and I believe he's called up here for his debut. Just 10 walks in 66 innings this season in minor league action. He's got an 11-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio back in June. So got a rookie in here making his first start in this one. What happened, of course, was Chris Paddock was traded. This would have been the Chris Paddock spot here, actually, in this one. But you have Ole here going against Giolito, and that has caused Boston here. They're still only minus $1.15, and the total 9 under. Make sure I get these prices right. God, I got to stop looking at the line services having some problems, so I got to get the right price. Okay, Boston $1.29 under 20 looks like the best price or the most accurate price is what it feels like. For Giolito here, whoops. There we go. For Giolito here, he comes in with a 3.97 ERA, 6-2 record. Boston is 10-5 with Giolito on the mound. 256 batting average against, 292 BABIP. Coming into this one. For Boston here, they do come in having won 14 of their last 20 games overall, but they are just 2-5 in their last 7 on the road. Maybe it could be a bit of a pitching mismatch for sure. Got to see with a rookie coming in here, but still, Boston's lost 8 of their last 12 against Minnesota overall, and Boston just 1-5 in their last 6 games here in Minnesota. Minnesota's won 10 of their last 15 games at home. Minnesota's gone under in 16 of their last 23 games overall, and this is the way I feel like I'm going to take another under here with Giolito and the rookie Ole here. Give me the under. I do see some 8.5s out there. Let me bump it down. I see some 8.5s. It's definitely not 9 over. If anything, I think it's a 9 under. But I'm going to call it 8.5 over here just to give me a tougher line to beat. And I'm going to take the under in this one with Boston and Minnesota. Let me get your plays in the chat. Let's go to it here and see what you got. Red Sox run line for NYC Bar. Irish King, those on Minnesota. Cash Cane on the Red Sox. And Zach says he'll take the Red Sox here in this one. I'll take the under. Okay, next up. Twins here for Bobby Mack. And Stop Geo, hello today. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Next up, we've got the Phillies taking on the White Sox here. Funny you think about it, right? When you think about this matchup, and when certainly right now the White Sox here not playing well, but it wasn't long ago, right? We just had White Sox and the Phillies here, the World Series we always wanted to have, right? But all right, let me get just a little technical issue here. Jesus Luzardo taking on Jonathan Cannon here in this one with Luzardo coming in 8-5, 4.5 ERA, but a 3.65 BABIP. Luzardo's definitely had some issues with some of his numbers for sure, but he gets some run support. For Cannon, he's 4-7 with a 4.48 ERA. If you switch these guys, he'd probably have a winning record too. 298 BABIP. Maybe Cannon is slightly better right now, statistically, I guess. Widely reported steam did come in here on the White Sox in this game. In fact, I'm showing the Phillies here are only $1.80. Maybe it's a discount. Maybe the White Sox have just played slightly better here. But you do have $1.80 in the total. It looks like 9. Here in this one. So let's take a look, though, and see what that White Sox streak has been doing. Good on the White Sox to have a little life here of late. They've won 7 of their last 10 games overall. They've been covering run lines like nobody's business. White Sox are 2-4 straight up in their last 6, although they have lost 4 of their last 5 to Philadelphia. Philadelphia here has gone under in 15 of their last 22 games on the road, but like I said, that widely reported steam did come in here on the over. I don't know. I feel like this one feels like an over maybe to me. Hey, make sure you check me out on the Cover the Spread show every day on YouTube. Just type in Cover the Spread into the search bar. You'll find me with Rod and Al previewing the games, previewing some games there every day. So check us out on that Cover the Spread show. I've made a pick over there on this game. That's why I'm kind of promoting it there. All right. Let's go with you guys, though, in the chat here in this one with the Phillies and the White Sox. I'm just looking back here at yesterday's game between the two teams because I went with a super high roller play on the under and it pushed basically because I didn't really beat the market there is what it felt like in that one. So let's see how you've got it here with these two. I might take the White Sox here. All right. Phillies for the bounce back spot here for NYC Bar Cascade. White Sox on the run line. I hope actually would like a little better price on the White Sox run line. I might even have considered it more of a premium here, but they're actually at that's not bad, minus $1.05. But I think I've let the cat out of the bag, or the cat's in the bag, as that guy says when he goes up the tree to catch the cats. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I watched that guy on TikTok go up there and get the cats out of the tree for free. Anybody has a cat, you call the guy, he comes out, throws his line up there, climbs up the tree, gets the cat, puts the cat in the bag. He goes, the cat's in the bag. Okay, 9 legacy here. Rockies, I think it's run line, right? Colorado Rockies run line. Yankees, Dodgers, D-backs, money line. Brewers run line, Braves run line. Bobby Mack likes the White Sox here. Cascade says, look, White Sox, nobody's hitting left-handers better than these guys. Got Luzardo on the mound. Zach Hatton's on the Phillies and the over. 9 legacy. Red Sox money line, Phillies run line, Cascade or Irish King on the over here. Jimmy likes the White Sox too. Is Luzardo a lefty? You bet he is. He's a lefty. Cascade. Irish King says White Sox team total over. I'm going with the White Sox on the run line today. Here's the Braves taking on the Royals. Whoa. I see Eric Fetty on the Braves. What happened? Yep, that's right. The Braves are dealing for players like they're in it. The Braves are 45-60. They're 15 games under 500, and they're making trades like they're ready to make their postseason push. Hey, good on them. But usually you're supposed to sell at this point, but maybe they feel like there's some chance to get into the wild card here. I don't know. Fetty doesn't seem like a guy you'd go after if you were thinking of the future, right? Fetty's 3-10 with a 5.22 ERA, 1.5 WHIP, 270 batting average against. For Lugo, he's 7-5 with a 2.95 ERA here. Kansas City favored, of course, in this one right now. There's the better record here. It's 125, and the total 9.5 here in this one. It did go over yesterday. Rich Hill got off to a pretty good start, but ended up giving up runs, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and the Braves actually took care of business in the game, right, with the 10-7 win. Ended up being a high-scoring game yesterday. There, Strider, he got hit too, for sure. Maybe this is a better situation with Lugo in there, but let's see what Fetty has in store now that he's on the Braves. The Braves have lost 5 of their last 6. They've lost 4 of their last 5 on the road. Braves have beaten Kansas City 5 straight times here. They've also won 7 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams. The Royals here have dropped 16 of their last 23 games at home right now, and the Royals have also gone under in 13 of their last 18 games at home coming into this one. All right, I'm going to go to the chat, though, and see what you have here with Braves taking on Kansas City with Fetty in there today. Let's go to it. Chat All-Stars. And Nuke says, what is TikTok? Funny, right? We think of TikTok, or not Nuke doesn't, but we think of TikTok as the young person. Nuke, maybe you should be on TikTok. What they're saying is that maybe I don't know. Maybe out of the social the I don't want to say it. Nuke, the older folk are gravitating towards TikTok for some reason. All right, here's the Braves. Only they're right. Oh, the Braves and the Pirates are battling it out there for one of the worst records in the league. There, uh, Atlanta is 16 games out of first place. They're only a game and a half ahead of Atlanta. Roberts on the Braves here. NYC Bar on Kansas City in this one. And Andrew says he's got some tennis action here. I think I'm going to get involved today in the tournaments there in Canada for sure today. Took the first round off here for sure with some buys in there and stuff. Irish King, Atlanta money line. Jimmy's on the Braves, and both teams are struggling. That's what Nuke is saying. Yeah, for sure. Maybe I need to look at the total here with these two. Kind of want to take the Royals though here, and I'm gonna. So give me the Royals at $1.25 here in this one. And I'm just going to use them as a pre. Braves obviously pounded them a bit yesterday and were able to get it done. But maybe with Lugo here, maybe a little bit better situation than Rich Hill. And maybe that's what I need to do. I need to be on TikTok. I don't know if I'd be good on TikTok. All right, Marlins and Cardinals. Alcantara. Is he going to get traded? Is this his last start? Will he make the start? Will he get scratched and get traded? Does seem like it's hard. It'd be hard for Miami to give up Alcantara, not because of they want him in case they end up making a run, or maybe they'll be better next year again. But just he's a Marlin here for life. It feels like. But going up against Sonny Gray, here you have Gray. Favorite in this one, $1.65 here now. It's definitely gone up. $1.65. The total is clearly 7.5 over, I think, for the most part. That might have been a typo, actually. I might have had the wrong line in there. There we go. Pop it up here with Gray, the favorite there, $1.65. Doesn't seem like a great price, right? I mean, the Cardinals aren't doing that kind of work, are they, here right now to warrant such a price? Maybe there is fade of Alcantara nowadays, but it's been a little bit better here of late. He's trying to get that massive ERA down. We know that. Right now, he's got an ERA of 6.66. He's 5-9 in 20 starts, 1.43 WHIP, 270 batting average against. For Sonny Gray, 10-4. The Cardinals are 16-5 with Gray on the mound. Cardinals are also 13-7 to the over with Gray, so plenty of run support. 4.33 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 339 batting average against. So I would say that Gray's numbers are a little fictitious in a way. He's still, Gray can definitely be solid in there. For St. Louis, they've actually lost 15 of their last 23 games overall coming into this one. They have won, however, 4 of their last 6 at home. St. Louis has won 8 of the last 11 meetings against Miami, and usually in a pretty significant fashion, actually. They do have quite a dominance over them, frankly. They've won 6 of the last 7 at home against the Marlins. Marlins here come in having won 4 of their last 6. They've won 15 of 20 on the road. Still playing as one of the best teams, it feels like, here currently in their little streak, even though we know that they're not really making much progress. They're still 11 games back and 5 games under 500. However, yesterday the Cardinals were able to pummel the Marlins 7-1. So maybe this one could be. The widely reported steam did come in on the under. Cardinals though here. Well, let's see what you've got in the chat. I don't want to be wrong. Let's give you guys a chance to make this call before I go with it. Okay, here is Cash Kane on that might have been the Braves game. I don't know. NYC Bar likes the Cardinals money line. And Jimmy and I, maybe we'll go viral on TikTok. There's Robert on the Marlins here. Nuke says the Cardinals better start winning, right? It doesn't feel like they're now. Give credit to some of these teams in the Central, like the Reds and the Cardinals, right? They are playing okay. I know the Brewers and the Cubs are far ahead. That's just all there is to it. And let's see here. Robert says he's on some dogs access. You can go with a 6.66 ERA. That doesn't sound great. All right. I better make the call here in this one. Man, I kind of want the Marlins here on the run line, but they got a mental block. It feels like in this matchup. I'm going to have to take the Cardinals here on the run line. I got to lay one run line here, and it's going to be on the Cardinals. I think they're just dominating the Marlins. Marlins have been hot for sure, but the Cards are playing sufficient, I think, here. Maybe the run line's a big ask, but at $1.65 or so right now. And not only that, you got a little bit of plus money here. I think plus $1.25. I'll try one run line here with the Cardinals. Next up is the Nationals taking on the lowly Astros. Are the Astros broken and now they're going with Alexander again here, who didn't look great, obviously, in that other start? The Nationals play with a little bit of heat, a little bit of fire, if you will. And not only that, you got Soroka. Soroka, 4.85 ERA, 3-8 record. Nationals are 3-12 with Soroka on the mound, but he still has a 1.12 whip, 221 batting average against. Shows that run support has been a pretty big issue, it feels like, in his games. For Alexander here, 2 starts, 8.14 ERA, 7 appearances, and hey, they're in a funk right now, are the Astros here. So could you take them today? Could you take the Nationals here? Alexander, poor K rate. He walks almost as many as he strikes out right now in the major leagues. This guy's got really rugged numbers for sure. And not only that, you've got an Astros team that is certainly struggling and whoever gets to the front of the division, it feels like they go downhill. The Astros have lost 5 straight at home right now. They've lost 4 of the last 5 to Washington. They've actually lost 14 of their last 17 games at home against Washington, of all things. Now, we know the Nationals have had some okay teams over the last few years. A couple years back, certainly, but 17 games in Houston between the two is a couple of years sample. It goes back to some of those okay Washington teams back there. 6 of the last 9 meetings have gone over here in Houston, but 4 of the last 5 overall have gone under. Houston's gone under in 5 of their last 7. Washington's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, although they've gone over in 17 of their last 25. Washington's won 5 of their last 7, although just 8-15 last 23 on the road. But man, they certainly play well against Houston. Can they do it today? Let's go to the chat. I don't know. I feel like I got to take Washington here. Here we go. What is wrong with Houston? They can't stand prosperity. And all of a sudden, Houston's lead over Seattle is 3 games. It's 4 games over Texas. Angels are 8 back. Here we go. Let's see, Nationals run line here for NYC Bar. Yeah, I can't do that with the minus 170, but I'm on Washington for sure. Let's take them against Houston today and keep it going. Irish King to take St. Louis first 5 back there. Astros are a joke right now, says Goops. Nationals again, says 9 Legacy. Roberts on the Nats. Mariners are catching those guys. Andrew's got his tennis parlay. We're just a half hour away from tennis action in Toronto and Montreal. I don't know if they're all at 11 Eastern, but and Alexander just struggling, right, Nuke? I mean, this guy doesn't look ready for prime time. Let's take Washington, shall we? Next up are the Rangers and the Angels. How about this? We saw the Angels yesterday with Kohanowitz pound these guys a little bit. DeGrom, all of a sudden now, it is funny. DeGrom does seem to have a little problem with the Angel, maybe more so just with the Angels is what it feels like. But Tyro, I did it again, man. It just shows, Nuke, it just shows the brain gets so old. Every time we show Patrick Corbin, I say Tyrone Corbin, who was, of course, a basketball player 30 years ago, 40 years ago. For Corbin, he comes in here 6-7 with a 3.78 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. For Kikuchi here, 4-7, but a 3.23 ERA, 2.51 batting average against, but 3.10 BABIP. Feels like this one we saw some runs there yesterday for sure. We did have that. We had a premium. I'm sorry again about my flub there, but I did what was on the under, and the picks will be out. You can go back and look at the picks. I guess I have them on a time release, so like I don't really do a good job. Like I don't release the picks right after the game's over. Just too lazy. Just let it come on naturally, so you can see the picks if you weren't a subscriber. That's all. Anyways, paralefties here with the Rangers and the Angels here today. Let's see what you've got in this one. And, Rangers, a little bit of a funk here right now. Not a funk, but I mean, dropping the game there to the Angels yesterday. It was their first loss in 6 games. We know they've been hot. Texas has actually won 10 of the last 13 between the two. They've also won 11 of the last 16 here in LA. But, man, this one feels like runs. Even with Kikuchi. Angels here have gone over in 12 of their last 18. They've gone over in 11 of their last 15 games overall. And 5 straight meetings between the two teams here in LA have gone over. I'm going over. I got to have an over here. I don't have an over yet, but I got to go over in this one. And Roberts on the Angels, Cascades on the Angels. Look at these guys on the Angels here. Irish Kings on Texas. Lovable Plays is here today. And NYC Bar maybe with me here on that over. We're going to win if this market keeps having a tough time getting started today. All right, here come the Mets and the Padres here in this one. Berger going to get the start. I think the Padres manipulated the rotation here a little bit and end up with Berger in this one against Manaea. Here right now for Manaea. He's 1-1 in 2 starts, 2.19 ERA. He's looked okay in those games here, but short sample. Berger, just 6 starts. He's 2.84 ERA. Padres are 5-1 in the Berger starts. He's got a 193 batting average against. Padres are 1-5 to the under with Berger on the mound here. So widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game right now. Mets are favored $1.25. The total's gone up to 8.5. Total has definitely gone up here in this one on some widely reported steam. So, look, Padres were able to get it done there yesterday for sure in a game that wasn't their best effort. I'll tell you that. All right, let me go to the chat here, or at least read off some more numbers with how things are going for these two. Because the Padres right now, all of a sudden, that road trip was getting a little bit long, but they started winning at the end of the road trip. Sometimes, like teams do. Padres have won 4 of their last 5 games at home coming in. They've also won 5 of the last 7 at home against the Mets. The Mets come in here having still won 7 of their last 8. 5 of their last 7 on the road as well. Want to mention right now we are seeing some steam come in on the under in that game 1 between Toronto and Baltimore there today. The one with Lucas in there that Nuke said. Lucas, it looks like, I think he might have been named officially here now as that starter, like Nuke said. But the total is getting steamed here a little bit to the under in game 1 at, I believe, 10.5 or so. Let me see if I can get it right. But, we're getting that move. So, it's down to 10 over. It's down to 10 over in the game between Lucas and Morton. And Baltimore still about $1.35. Okay, but we're on the Padre game here right now with Manaea and Burgert. In this one, and I think I know where I'm headed, but let's see how you've got it here. Hey, I was on the Padres yesterday, and I could be on them again today. Could be on my Padres here. But let's see how you have it as well. A couple more here. Let's see here. I don't know if I have any good totals trends. Maybe you guys have something for me. Let's go to the chat. A Trout for a home run, maybe. Angels team total over for 9 legacy. Mets run line for NYC Bar. Mets on the money line for Robert. Machado's hot, and he's hot. He's hot. He's mad. Here, he keeps getting hit. 9 legacy. Padres run line. Could Raleigh hit another home run? Seems like I watch every game. I try to, you can't watch every game, but I promise you, it seems like, you don't see every home run, but it seems like I've seen like 5 or 6 of the, we know he leads the league with 41 homers or whatever, but it seems like I've just seen Cal Raleigh hitting home runs and every time, and I'm like 36, 37, 38. You don't see everybody's home runs, and maybe because he's got 41, you feel like you see everyone. Okay, over here for lovable plays, and Abel's on the Mets. You just don't see catchers, right? I mean, think of who are the great power hitting catchers. Piazza. Well, he had good power, but he was also a batting average guy. Who are some great power hitting catchers, you guys? Johnny Bench there. How about the modern? Sally certainly is a great hitter. Has power, but he's more of a great hitter, right? Who are some great power hitting catchers that you think of when it comes time to rank them a little bit? Carlton Fisk, says Andrew. Abel's on the Mets. Good morning to Flea today. Give me the Padres here in this one. I'm going to take the Padres at home to win again. Just want to see a little bit more out of Manaea. I'm sure he's going to be fine. Okay, next up, we got just a couple more here. Pirates taking on the Giants. In this one, saw the Pirates winning on the road because the Giants, man, what's wrong? They can't hit. The Giants cannot hit. That's for sure. And not only that, now, they were hot there, but now maybe Devers is starting to wear on them a little bit in the locker room. And now all of a sudden, the Giants are struggling. They've won just 2 of their last 12 games overall. They've lost 5 straight at home. They have beaten Pittsburgh in 7 of their last 10, although they've lost 4 of their last 6 against Pittsburgh at home. Giants have gone over in 6 of their last 9, and they've gone over in 4 of their last 5 games against Pittsburgh. The Pirates come in having won 6 of their last 7 games here. Pirates are looking hot, although they are just 2-10 in their last 12 games on the road. But they've struggled here in San Francisco, but they got the win yesterday. And, well, you got Brady Falter here. So far, Falter, 3.82 ERA, 7-5 record, 235 batting average against. Verlander, 1-8 record, Giants 5-12 with JV on the mound, 4.7 ERA. You feel like you got it. The steam came in with the Giants. The price there, look, Giants right now are minus $1.70. I mean, that's a typo. I didn't even fix it. I'm wondering if it was maybe that was a premonition that I have the Giants listed as a favorite, because there's just no way. Come on, the Pirates are awful. We know long term here it's been a rough season. Pirates are 45-62. They're clearly playing their best ball of the season, and the Giants they suck right now for sure. So let's see what you've got here in this one. I kind of want to take the Bucks, you guys, at this price. Let me fix the price here, though. Make sure I got the whole line right. $1.70. Maybe it's a little lighter, but total here 8/15 for the most part. Maybe 8/20 or higher here right now. I don't know. Feels like the Pirates might outslug these guys today. Let me go with you guys, though, and see what you have in the chat here. Here we go. Comments are coming in. I think it's going to be a lot of Pirates, actually. I think everyone's on to this situation. NYC Bar, though, on the Giants. Good morning to Tech Styles. And also, good morning to AOD in the chat here today. All right. Abel's on the Pirates' first 5 and under, full game cascade. On the under here, Giants run line for 9, Legacy. How about Yogi Berra? How about Gary Carter for some great hitting catchers? Pirates money line here for Nuke says that the Giants are playing so bad. Lovable plays will just take them on the run line. Maybe we could let's see what the run line is. I imagine they're hot enough. It's $1.50 there, but that is better than the Giants minus $1.70 here. No, I'll just take Pirates money line. Verlander is just can't win. You can't win, it feels like right now. All right, and Robert liked the under. One more in the major leagues. We're almost done. We got 3 in the W. We'll be out of here. Thank you for joining me. Mariners and Athletics here with Evans Bob Evans, macaroni and cheese, going up against the Athletics and Severino here for Evans. He's 4-3 with a 3.64 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 270 batting average against. Evans 8-3 to the over in his 11 starts. Yesterday was an under in West Sacramento, big time there. I love this game. For Severino, he's 4-11 with a 4.95 ERA. These two pitchers are combined 22-10 to the over, and we are in Oakland after all. But like I said, it did go under yesterday. It's not always over in Oakland, that's for sure. I just only bet over, it seems like. For the A's here, they come in having won 4 of their last 5. They've actually lost 4 of their last 5 to Seattle. They've lost 5 of the last 6 at home to the Mariners. Mariners come in having won 6 of their last 8 on the road. Coming in, Mariners are also over in 15 of their last 21 on the road. However, they're under in 4 of their last 5 on the road. Let's get your play here in this one with Seattle and Oakland. It was over. It was Seattle and over yesterday as they took advantage. Seattle did of the game there. Let's see what we got. Cash gains on the A's and the over. Mariners run line for 9 legacy. Lovable plays on the A's. And Abel here says he's got the Mariners. Jimmy's on the Mariners here in this one. I want to take Oakland again. Oh, I want to take Oakland. But man, Severino with such a bad record. Maybe this is a good spot for Seattle. Maybe this is where they kind of get right a little bit. Andrews on the A's here. Feels like the Mariners starting to hit a stride for the most part. I'm taking the Mariners here in this one. Right now, the price has gone down, though, for sure. Let me see. It's about $1.20 here right now, and the total is 10.5. I'll just leave it up there at $1.30, but I'm going to take the Mariners here in this one. All right. Abel says Dodgers and Glass now over to strikeouts. NYC bar under in this late one. Let's touch on the WNBA here real quick. Again, I'm on there getting a little bit of a breaking news here that it will be in game 2 for Baltimore. It will be Brandon Young going. It'll be a bullpen game, no doubt, but Martin is no longer in there, so we can't say Morton and Martin anymore. But Brandon Young has been in there a little bit. He'll be starter here for Baltimore in game 2. We're on Toronto in game 1. We're on Baltimore in game 2. It's a doubleheader. Don't get too crazy. All right, WNBA. So check out our show every day on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel on YouTube. You can type in 2-3 zone there. Maybe put WNBA in there as well, and I think that'll come right up actually. Okay, here we go with our WNBA action here actually today. And let's get it started here right now with the Valkyries taking on the Dream here in this one. You've got the Valkyries underdogs here by 8.5 here right now. Let me see if it's still 8. It's down to 8. Total is down here to 156. So maybe a little move to the Valkyries. Valkyries just got blown out by the worst team in the league, Connecticut. The Valkyries lost one of their best players already for the season, and that playoff berth is starting to slip away a little bit, that playoff opportunity from the Valkyries. It might be slipping enough that they may not make it back, but I'm on the Valkyries here in this one. They are 12-7 against the spread as a dog. I think they're extremely well coached. I think they've got good, solid depth. I think that really they're probably going to be one of the best organizations in the future, quite frankly. I think they know what they're doing. I think having great crowd support helps them as well. So for me in this one, I've got Golden State. All right, here. Valkyries for Robert. Lovable plays says the Dream will crush them. Look, no doubt, Dream 15-10 right now. One of the top 4, probably number 4 in the league. Feels like they're playing a little bit better than Seattle right now. I don't know what your current standings are for you guys outside of the real standings, but right now with Phoenix in 3rd, Atlanta in 4th, Seattle in 5th, and Indiana. Cash Kane says maybe it's the dogs today. Abel says Valkyries first half and full game. So you guys aren't afraid to come back on the Valkyries a little bit. It does feel like that was a bit of a clunker. You don't want to lose to a team by 30 points or whatever it was, especially if they only have a 3-20 record. That's what happened to the Valkyries. But I'm still going to take them here today. Next up is the Sky taking on the Mystics. Angel Reese will return to the lineup. That could be a kind of could make the difference here in this one today, right? Now, no Ariel Atkins, unfortunately. That feels like, maybe that feels like the real difference between what's been going on. They have other injuries as well, too. Chicago, the injury bug has kind of hit them for sure. Now, Aaliyah Edwards will miss for the Mystics, but for sure, Reese makes a huge difference. This line is still 7.5 right now coming in, and the total here 156.5 for these two. So I'm going to go here. Let me make sure I get this right. I want to get this one right. Okay, yeah, here we go. So Chicago and Washington here. Chicago is 8-5 against the spread on the road. Washington's 3-6 against the spread as a favorite. Now I've been saying Chicago's a lot better. I would like to have Ariel Atkins in there, and that's why I think this is going to be kind of a free pick here. I kind of do want to come back in on Chicago now that Reese is back in the lineup. Atkins makes a big difference as well. All right, let's see here if you guys are interested in the chat here in this one. Here we go. West Up Parlay, Valkyries, full first half with Sparks and Aces, full game. NYC Bars on the Mystics. Abel likes the Sky, first half plus points. Robert likes the Sky as well, and I'm on the Sky here in this one. I think that increase in points is what got me on that. And finally, it's going to be a good game here. The Aces on the road are favored here by 2. The total, 175. The Sparks are the hottest team in the league right now, actually. Could they make the playoff push? Hey, the big news here is Cameron Brink. Hey, she'll get off the runway and get into the game here tonight. Cameron Brink is no fluke. Now, I did say mistakenly on a show yesterday that we've seen Brink already this season. Just was thinking back to last season, and she came in, was injured again, and the years go by kind of quick, I guess, if you're me. Of course, she has not played yet this year. So we'll see her, though, tonight. She's been cleared. She's going to play. That sounds awesome here in this one. And by golly, you know what I like here. I'm going to take me some LA Sparks. They're going to win this game. I've got the Sparks here for sure tonight to win over the Aces. Sparks for Robert. Abel's on the over. Lovable plays there as well. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. We had a great show, and there's some tennis action today, some soccer tonight as well. I want to thank everybody here for participating. We'll run a little drawing as well. Hey, type your name in the chat, or type something in the chat if you want to be eligible here right now. Let me read off also the chat all-stars final standings here for the show today. I had a lot of fun doing the show here today. The final standings here: Zach Hatton was number 1, NYC Bar number 2, Andrew K number 3. I don't know how the thing picks the order. I don't want the same person, whoever comments the most. I don't think it goes by the number of comments. I think it has an algorithm that judges the best comments. Cash Kane was number 3, Bobby Mack 4, Nuke number 5, Irish King 6, Dave Dickens 7, Andrew G 8, AOD 9. That's great. I love saying all those names, all of the chat all-stars. It doesn't have to be all accurate. Who cares? Let's just get the guys in there, mention their names. Sparks for lovable plays, Sparks for Zach Hatton. Jimmy, he wins. He doesn't even need my play. He's winning. There we go, you guys. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Ron G. Hello, Ron. Nice to see you. Let's run the drawing and get out of here, gang. Thank you so much. Hey, VB MMA Picks is up right now underneath the videos tab. We had a original live tab. We ran it on a delay there yesterday, but VB MMA Picks is out. We previewed that fight between Tyra and Park, that new main event, flyweights, this Saturday. We'll be here on the coverage with the guys on Saturday night from Las Vegas. We previewed 2 other fights as well. Colin Crandall was with us. He's interviewed a few famous fighters in his day, hasn't he? Jimmy, just go to, thank you, Jimmy. Just go, Jimmy, to this address right here. Oops. Come on over to my place, brother. Let me get it right. I've screwed this up. Winnable.com/Ramon and get signed up. Choose 1 month and then use the promo code WINNER. That should do it. Jimmy, let me see if I can't help you real quick, too, and show you what that would look like, because I want to get you signed up. I want to get everybody signed up. Let's do the contest here. So you go to monthly here, because that's what it is, and there it is, monthly, and then hit subscribe. And then when you hit subscribe, it's going to come up. And then where it says $19.95, but it says here, apply promo. You see it says $21.15 right there, because there is a surcharge from the company. So I'm typing in here winner as the promo, just like this. You were the winner, and then hit apply, and there you go. And now the price is $0, and then hit pay. You do got to hit pay in there, but it won't charge you because it says the price is $0. There's no surcharge on it there as well. So that'll get you signed up, and I'll put an extra. You won twice, so you get an extra month in there. So I just want to get everyone on board with me here for the football season. I'm going to give away a month every day. There was only like 100 of you that watched this. Well, I mean, I'd be fair. I think there's a couple. By the time the replay goes around, gets to be a couple hundred. But I'd rather have everybody just signed up. I'm going to give away all these for free. It's like I said, it's not about the money, Yes, support me on the channel. Yes, maybe subscribe to something. I'll keep working here on the Sports Money Network. But really that pay is just for, I don't know, the labor that I put into it, right? I mean, $19.95 a month after the discount of the promo code, if you need to buy it, or if you would please buy it, 50 cents a day to get more picks from me. And you know what? They are my better picks. I give kind of the secondary picks as the picks on the show. Like when I go through and I'm like, oh, I like this game, I like this side. Yeah, I like the one better, I might save it. Sometimes I flip them, but okay. Again, I make a lot of I look at every game and try to pick side and total. I mean, look at that run we had on the Tony's Pick show the weekend. I was filling in for Tony with the guys, and we went, what did we go, 24-7 or something like that. All right, here we go. Alicia Gray points over for Ron. Andrew G. Hello, everybody. Okay, here we go. Let's do that contest here real quick. Mikey made us a nice little panel here. And like I said, get signed up. Use the promo code WINNER if you win. Winner if you win. Here we go. Let's do it. Nuke, Flea, Jimmy, Justin. Man, the names are coming. Goops, Andrew, and not Jimmy again. Well, it's Justin. Oh, my gosh. Justin, if you're watching, I think you already Justin gets my plays whenever he wants them. Justin's the winner, though, my partner here. Check us out on the WNBA show. I don't know. If Justin's not, Justin gets free lifetime subscription because of how much he's partnered with me. So thank you, Justin, for everything, actually, is what I would just say to that. He doesn't need to win. He's a great handicapper. All right, that's going to do it for the Morning Steam. Back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. With more Morning Steam, don't forget to join Mikey here at the 6 o'clock hour for pre-gaming. Get you ready for the primetime action. I really appreciate everybody. Let's win today. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
On the break, one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money betting with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.